Well, hello there, all you strange and interesting creatures of the internet. Welcome back to the All Seasons on F1 2021. As you can see from the vehicle performance comparison chart, we are still up on the top step. And now it's time to move on to Canada. Oh, how we love you so. And in practice, we ended up in first place, which means some more lovely resource points to add to our collection. Yes, we've now got 2,166, and we've got some more boosts to control electronics, to the brakes, to the turbo durability. Fantastic. So here we are. Oh God, no, we got a braking system fault on the car, which means we've got to wait for another 23 seconds before we can go out on the circuit. Anyway, here we go to the calendar, and the Hookster absolutely loves this circuit, and he is pretty decent at it, it has to be said. Let's have a look and see what his first qualifying run is going to be. He's about to cross the line. It's going to put him into second position, just behind Lando Norris. Wowzers, we try. Look at this, we got Verstappen coming out of the pits as well, but we do manage to get past him, do we? Yes, we bloody well do. So we accelerate forward now to a little bit later into the qualifying session. You can see we've dropped down to 6th place now, but we are slightly up on the deltas, but not by much, just over a tenth. So is this going to put us a little bit higher up in the rankings? We're just about to find out. It's about to cross the line. Are we going to get into the top 5 out of this? Let's have a look. Is it going to be 5th? Oh, bloody hell. It's actually 2nd place, 2nd position, and ahead of our own teammate, Maxi Boy Verstappen. Wowzers me trousers. As we accelerate forward now, just 2 minutes left of quali, and you can see we are almost half a second up on the deltas now. Is this going to put us into pole position? Are we going to get past George Russell? Are we going to as we cross the line? And the answer is yes, we bloody well do. Look at that. Fastest lap for the Hookster. Oh my goodness. Oh my bloody good gold. As we accelerate forward now, that's the end of qualifying. Qualifying is now over. We're not going to improve on our time, but are we going to hold on to this pole position, or are we going to drop down? We're just about to find out as we're about to cross the line. And the answer to the question is... oh no! I don't believe it. We've dropped down to 3rd place. Maxi got pole, George Russell in 2nd.
Hello and welcome to the Ile Notre Dame once again for what promises to be another incredible Canadian Grand Prix at a fiercely competitive circuit, where pole position can often be decided by less than a tenth of a second. We'll be seeing top speeds of around 210 miles an hour here at the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve, with around 2/3 of the lap taken at full throttle. High-speed chicanes spell potential danger, especially at the infamous Wall of Champions, and watch out for overtaking into the hairpin and the final chicane. Anthony Davidson joins me once again in the commentary box, and it's fantastic to have you with us here today, but I'm curious, as a man with experience out on the track, how do you stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
But from the moment qualifying's over, you start to feel the adrenaline in your body build up and the buzz in your stomach as you anticipate the run down into turn 1. It's all a bit like going into battle, and the unknown situation makes you nervous. Those pre-race nerves are a good thing. The day you don't have them means that you don't care anymore. And of course, you have to make sure that all the procedures are second nature to you, so that they're not taking up too much of your capacity.
It's time to see how our drivers are stacking up after yesterday's exciting qualifying session. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position, and starting next to them is George Russell. As we continue through the rest of the grid today, we have the captain, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and Bottas, Perez, Norris, Tsunoda and Pierre Gasly, Lundgaard, Eilert, Lance Stroll and Leclerc, Ocon, Latifi, Mick Schumacher and Carlos Sainz, Aitken and Guan Yu Zhou. Which of these talented drivers will come out on top today?
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the All all seasons, Courier Motor. We say go, 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 and it's away we go from third place in the grid. But look at this, we're already getting the jump on George Russell as we're going to go to turn one, but Verstappen has already gone away. Look at this though, into turn one, and yes, we get past George Russell, and it's up now into second place. Wowzers be trousers. Verstappen in the lead at the moment. We're in second. George Russell is in third. Daniel Ricciardo in the Ferrari is currently in fourth position, and Sergio Perez is in fifth place. But we have got to catch up to Verstappen, and we've got to get past him if we've got any chance of winning this championship in just 16 rounds. Don't forget, just 16 rounds of this championship to try and beat Maxi Boy Verstappen and win it. But can we win it against Maxi? It's going to be very, very tough indeed for the Hookster. Very, very tough, but we're going to give it our all. As you can see, he's really pushing now. He's really taking track limits to the limits of track limits, and he's really, really pushing to try and catch up the Maxi Boy. But already Max has almost got the gap up to a second, which means he's going to be outside the DRS zone, which, oh, he's got past it. He's got past the DRS zone, which is going to be absolute disaster from lap 3. If we can't actually catch up to the back of Verstappen, he's going to be away and gone. We can never catch him. So still holding on to second place on the first lap of the race. George Russell in third, still behind us. And we've still got Ricciardo in fourth position in, of course, that Ferrari car. As we now cross the line onto lap 1 and go into lap 2. And, of course, Maxi Boy is going to put in the fastest lap of the race so far. But we are still pushing like crazy to try and catch up to the back of Max Verstappen as we accelerate forward out to lap 2, as you can see. Look at this. This just shows the commitment for the Hookster. He's now putting the fastest lap of the race, which means he is really pushing now. And he's broken the DRS zone of Verstappen, now up into less than 1 second. This is going to be very, very tight into the DRS laps, and whether the Hookster can actually get past Verstappen or not, it's going to be very close as we accelerate forward out to lap 4, just going to lap 5. But can we get past Verstappen? Can we get past? Yes, get in there. We have taken the lead from Maxi Boy Verstappen. We are now in first place. Max has moved down to second. George Russell's in third place as we accelerate forward out to the end of lap 5, going to lap 6. You can see that Max is still pushing very, very much, but he's not going to get past us, or we're going to do everything that we can to make sure that he doesn't get past us. But it's almost time for us to make our pit stops. This is going to be the crucial time for us as we now come in on lap 6 for our pit stop. Now, is Max going to go through? Yes. So we haven't impeded the progress of Max Verstappen as we now come in for our pit stop. The lads now change us on to the yellow sidewall tyre. Thank you, lads. It's a very fast stop. How fast was it? It was 2.5 seconds. A standard stop for our team there. Great news. And we're going to rejoin, I think, pretty way down the field at the moment. As you can see, 14th, 15th position. There's still cars going past us as we now rejoin. Oh dear, this looks like we could... Oh no, disaster. We end up right in the middle of traffic. We're right in the middle of the traffic and the pack. We've got Leclerc in the Aston Martin ahead of us. He's got Lance Stroll, his teammate, in front of him now. No, Leclerc, get out of the bloody way. Get out of the bloody way. We're diving, ducking and diving all over the place. Now we've got Lance Stroll as well. We go for a move. We get a warning for collision with Leclerc, but we've already got past Lance Stroll as we get that warning. So yes, 2 cars there for the Hooksters. We accelerate forward at lap 7. And look at this. We're in 12th place. There are cars now coming in for their pit stop. So we can... Is Maxi Boy in? I think he is. Yes, Max is coming through his pit stop and we got past. So yes, it looks like we could rejoin the lead as soon as we get past all these bloody back markers. Well, not really back markers. They are cars that we are racing with. And one of those is Christian Lundgaard in the Ferrari, and we get past now in front of us. Now in 4th position, we got Callum's an idiot. Yes, Callum's an idiot. He's in the Williams. Wow. As we accelerate forward at lap 8. So Callum should come in for his pit stop, but we're not even going to... Oh, look, he's trying to block us. This is outrageous from Callum's an idiot. Absolutely outrageous. We're in 4th at the moment. Other cars have gone in. I think we may go into the lead as we go past. Are we? Yes, George Russell's in. And yes. Oh my God. We go back into the lead on lap 9. Verstappen has now moved up into second place, but he's 2.5 seconds behind us, so he must have got a little bit held up in that pit stop. We didn't, of course, get held up at all, and now it's brilliant as we now accelerate forward at lap 11. Well, I say brilliant because Maxi Boy has managed to close that 2.5 second gap. We go very wide. Max has gone round. No, Max has gone round. Yellow flags, green flags. What on earth happened there? we get a warning for collision with Verstappen. Well, it has to be said that Hookster was definitely losing it on that turn there. He tried to rejoin and made a slight bit of contact with Max. Anyway, we'll have a look at the end of the race and see exactly what happened there in the replays. But yeah, it looked like the Hookster was just trying to rejoin. Didn't see Max there and just sort of slightly hit it. It was a very tiny bit of contact though. Very tiny bit of contact indeed. But there you go. And we got some more yellows as we accelerate forward lap 12. So, still in first place. Verstappen is now 2.3. So, he's definitely recovered from that spin and recovered pretty decently as well, has to be said. But wait a minute, what's going on now? He's coming to the pits. Max Verstappen has come into the pits. And in fact, another car's coming as well. Have they made contact behind us? I'm not quite sure. We'll have another look at the replays later. But anyway, so George Russell now moves up into second place. Perez in third. Hamilton in fourth position. Daniel Ricciardo in fifth place now. Oh my goodness, what on earth happened there? I'm not quite sure, but Russell's looking very aggressive behind us as we accelerate forward to lap 15. Just a few more laps left of this Grand Prix, as you can see. George Russell still trying to get past us. Perez in third. I haven't quite seen where our teammate is, Verstappen, but look at this. George Russell still going for the move down the inside. There was contact with George Russell. Oh my goodness, I think he's okay. Yes, he's still in the fight, but oh my god, is he going to come in for another wing change? This is going to get ridiculous, all these wing changes. But yes, it'll be accelerate forward to lap 16. Just 2 laps to go. Let's have a look and see if George comes in behind us. And the answer to that is yes, he bloody well does. I don't believe it. George Russell comes in for a pit stop. So Sergio Perez has now moved up into second position. 2.5 seconds behind us with just 2 laps left of this Grand Prix, and Hamilton's moved up into third place. So there you go then, last lap of the race, and it looks like the Hookster is going to win the race. Yes, fantastic. Wow. Well, there's been a few controversial moves during this race, but I'm sure we'll have a look at the replays and see exactly what happened. But the Hookster is going to cross the line and he's going to finish the race in first place, which is the most important thing of all. And yes, we've done it. Get in there. Wowzers. Well, that was exciting. Very exciting indeed. And the Hookster's finger goes up. The finger of truth. Sergio Perez gets driver of the day.
A truly magnificent drive then.
And there is Christian Horner with his very, very dodgy haircut. Very dodgy haircut indeed. And there, getting out of the car, is the Hookster. Look at him, still only 39 years old and so sprightly. So sprightly, still winning races in the best car. And there are the team mechanics who thankfully contain no famous F1 YouTubers. Great to see, great to see. Now we're looking at a bush. No idea why, but we're just looking up. Hey, there you go. He says, come on, adore me, he says. That's it, and they are. And there he is with the trophy, holding it up high and saying, look at me. How long have I been doing this for now, lads? As the champagne goes over everyone, yes. Let's go to the replays then and see exactly what happened there. So here is Maxi Boy Verstappen. Here's the Hookster. Now I think this is where the Hookster makes a slight mistake coming into this right-hander. Yes, he goes very, very wide. He tries to rejoin it. Oh, there was just a tiny bit of contact. And Max rejoins, as you can see. So we'll have to look at his wing though and see if he's got damage to his wing, to Maxi Boy. Just where he's got a little bit on the left-hand side, you can see there. The end fence is slightly scuffed up a little bit, but surely that isn't enough for them to come in to change the wing. Surely, no, it isn't. In fact, he goes through. So I don't think what happened to Max has got anything to do with Hookster. As we accelerate forward now to a little bit later into the replay, you can see lap 12. Oh my God, that did it. That did it. Yeah, I'm sure the Hookster was recovering from a slight little bit of a spin there, or maybe he just sort of tried to bin it, and he was rejoining there on lap 12, and Max Verstappen, he saw a gap and went for it, but it really wasn't there, and you can see he's lost the complete right-hand side of his end fence. So, of course, the result of that is that he has to come in and have his wing changed on the car, which drops him, of course, right out of the points, unfortunately. Oh dear. And Maxi Boy rejoins. I think he ended up at about 18th position. And anyway, let's have a look now at George Russell. He's going for a move on us on lap 16, and there's a little bit of contact there. Oh, that was a little bit more than a little bit of contact, as you can see. A little bit of argy-bargy for Nookster there, definitely. But George Russell's wing, once again, looks like it's... Let's have a look. Yeah, just a tiny little chip on the right-hand side end fence, as you can see. But anyway, that causes George Russell to need a new wing as well, which is absolutely ridiculous, because there is practically no damage to that wing. That was silly. That was really silly, really was. But there you go, George Russell, new wing required for him. Oh my god. Let's have a look at the points after this round, and we got an embarrassment of riches with a full set of points. 26, we got fastest lap as well. Max Verstappen only finishing 13 points, so no points for him as well. So let's have a look at the standings now and see where we are. Oh, bloody hell. 38 points ahead of Maxi Boy. As you can see at the moment, Lewis Hamilton in third position with 57 points, so quite a way behind. And we're first still in the constructors. Wowzers. Let's move on to the next Grand Prix now. It's time for Austria, and it's time for Spielberg. No, not the movie maker, the actual circuit. And we are still top of the heap in the vehicle performance comparison chart. We have finished practice, and we ended up in 7th position overall, which means we've got some more lovely resource points to add to our collection, and it's now 1,680. Development boosts have been applied. Electrical systems, motor, generator, unit, heat, and the turbo durability. What does all this mean? What does all this bloody mean? 4% off? What is this? So on we go to Austria, another circuit that hooks the likes, but unfortunately doesn't seem to have the sort of ultimate pace, but he does still do well. Let's have a look as we're about to cross the line, and it's 4th position at the moment, but 1.2 off the target fastest lap at the moment. As we accelerate forward out a little edge of qualifying, you can see drop down to 8th position, slightly up though on the deltas, so possibly we should get a top 5 out of this as we're about to cross the line. So I'm looking to see if we do, and we're at 6th place, so it's not exactly top 5, but very, very close indeed. As we accelerate forward now to almost the end of qualifying, you can see it's gone very misty and dark, as you can see, and we got up to 4th position, 4th place at the moment, but I don't know if we're going to improve on this because it looks like it might be just about to start rain as we accelerate, and it has started raining, so that's it for Luxembourg. No more positions will be gained. That's the end of qualifying. We're just pulling over to the right hand side to let all the cars past, and it's either going to be 4th position or lower for our race. And it was 4th place, and Maxi Boy once again got pole position. 102, look at that, 102, just over the 60-second mark.
Welcome to the beautiful Styrian Mountains for another chapter in the story of the Austrian Grand Prix. It's one of the shortest laps on the calendar today then, with 7 rights and just 3 lefts, making up the 10 corners of this high-speed circuit. Turn 2 is barely a corner at all. They'll be flat out through there, a left-hand kink into the uphill braking zone of turn 3. Turns 1, 3 and 4 are all potential opportunities to overtake. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about the captain. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
They've been avoiding mistakes and have had solid pace, so it's been a good season so far, but whether they can keep that up long term remains to be seen.
Before we begin, let's take a quick look at the grid lineup for today's race. George Russell did very well in qualifying yesterday and will start today's race from pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have the captain, Ricciardo, Pierre Gasly and Norris, Perez, Leclerc, Bottas and Christian Lundgaard. Verstappen, they've taken a grid penalty, Tsunoda, Esteban Ocon and Latifi, Stroll, Aitken, Callum Ilott and Mick Schumacher, Sainz and Guan Yu Zhou. Now, it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track.
So it's time once again for the 5 lights to go out on the All Seasons Career Mode, and we say go, 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 and it's away we go. Well, not a bad start for Dukester there, I have to say, although he's lost a little bit of ground to Hamilton as we're going to go into turn 1. In fact, another car trying to get past, but we're trying to cover off as we go into turn 1, and we have covered him off. So yes, 3rd place, we stick into 3rd place as we're now chasing Hamilton. Russell, he is in the lead, George Russell in the lead, but let's have a look and see if Dukester's going to go for a dive into turn 2. Yes, I think he is. Oh my goodness, and he almost crashes in the back of George Russell, but he just managed to get away with it. I have no idea how he got away with it, but he did. Wowzers, that was unbelievable. That was a dive bomb from Cyprus. That was a dive bomb from Cyprus. It really was. But anyway, there you go. Second place for Nuxter. George Russell in first. Daniel Ricciardo in the Ferrari. Look at him trying to sneak down the inside of us in third position. But we're not having any of his shit and we're holding on. Hamilton is just behind him. But no, this time, no, he's false us wide. Daniel Ricciardo gets past us. So we're down to third position now. This is unbelievable scenes. Absolutely unbelievable. In fact, you could say it's biblical scenes now. Biblical scenes as Ricciardo gets past. And we're down to third and George Russell, no, George Hamilton, no, Lewis Hamilton, that's the guy. He's currently behind us in fourth place, trying to get past us as well. This is unbelievable. Lap 2 of this Grand Prix as we accelerate forward. That's on lap 2, as you can see. We're going to go for a dive down the inside of Ricciardo. A little bit of contact there. Oh, squeeze. But we've done it. Up into second place. We're going to warn him for collision with Ricciardo, but we don't care. We just do not care. It's only a Ferrari. Who gives a shit? So, can we catch up to George Russell? I'm going to say no, because he's now 2.9 seconds ahead of us as we accelerate forward at lap 3, just going past the pits, as you can see. Now, we're now entering the DRS lap, of course, and George Russell, unfortunately, has got the gap now up to 3.9 seconds. So I think the chance of a win from us is going to be very, very slim indeed. Now, where's our teammate, Maxi Boy? Anyway, as we accelerate forward now to lap 6, you can see that Lewis Hamilton is trying to move down the inside of us at the moment. This is going to get tight, very tight, but we managed to hold on to this second place. But we have got no chance of catching Russell. He's now 4.5 seconds ahead of us. Yes, Hamilton's just behind us. He's got Perez behind him, and Pierre Gasly is currently in 5th position in this race as we accelerate forward out to lap 8. As you can see, it's going to be time now, I think, for us to come in for our pit stop. Yes. So, has Russell come in? It doesn't look like it. It looks like he's going round again. So, in we come for our stop. We stop from second position. Hamilton comes in as well. So, this is going to get a little bit tight in the pits, hopefully. It's not going to be very tight. Look at this. Look, the teams weren't ready for any of us as we now come in for our stop and we change onto the yellow tyres. Oh no, we're getting held in the pits. I don't believe it. Oh no, it's all gone to shit. We've been held in the pits. That must have been a good 28 to 30 second hold there in the pit stop. Must have been something like that anyway. That's going to be disastrous as we now rejoin and we're behind Lewis Hamilton. He's got out in front of us. I don't believe it. I just don't believe it. So we're down to 11th place now. Hamilton is ahead of us and he's got Guan Yu Zhou currently in 9th place, but of course he's got to still make his pit stop as we accelerate for lap 9, end of lap 9. Hamilton still ahead of us. We got Guan Yu Zhou as well. Look at this. Hamilton's fighting like crazy with Guan Yu Zhou as we go past the pits. Another few cars have come in for their pit stops. So we've got up into 7th place now. Look at this. Hamilton and Guan Yu Zhou, and we go down the inside of Guan Yu Zhou. We get past. We're sort of buffering into the back of Hamilton. Come on, Lulu, get out the bloody way. You're too slow. You're too slow, old man. And we get past him up into 6th position on lap 10. And we're still chasing George Russell, who's dropped out to 4th, but of course he's made his pit stop as we accelerate forward out to lap 10. As we're just going past the pits again, some more cars have come into the pits. I think this means we're going to go back up into 2nd place. Callum Idiot is in, and yes it does. So back into 2nd place we go, and the fastest lap goes to Maxi Boy. But where on earth has Maxi Boy been? Just looking at the mini-map, I can't even see where he is. He's somewhere right in the middle of that pack. I think it may be 5th or 6th, I'm not quite sure. No, it can't be 5th, so it might be 6th position at the moment for Max Verstappen. As we accelerate forward at lap 12. Still in 2nd place at the moment. And there you go, there's confirmation to everyone. He's currently, and he's just putting another fastest lap as well, but he's currently in 5th position, is Max Verstappen in this race. So he's up there, and we're currently in 2nd place. So we're going to get a few more points off him once again. Hamilton in 1st. We accelerate forward at lap 16. Just 2 more laps left of this Grand Prix. And Lewis Hamilton is trying desperately to get past us down the inside, but we're going to have him covered off quite superbly, as you can see. Quite superbly, and we're holding on to this 2nd place. We've got no chance now of getting past Russell. He's 8 seconds up the road from us, so it's going to be a 2nd place finish at best for us as we accelerate for lap 18. It's the last lap of the Grand Prix, so it's going to be a 2nd place finish for us. George Russell is going to cross the line in the lead and he's going to win the race. And as you can see, we're just coming around now, and yes indeed, George Russell has won the race. Fantastic. And Verstappen's going to finish in 4th place, so he's going to be 2 places behind us. He's managed to get past someone else, and yes, he's got up into 4th place. Fantastic. So there you go. 2nd for us. Great news. Great news indeed. And driver of the day goes to Maxi Boy Verstappen. Oh my god. Oh my god, this championship is going to go right to the wire. And there is Toto Wolff, the Dominator. Is your name Sarah Connor? No, it's Hugh Edwards. Yeah, no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's George Russell. That's who it is. George Russell. Well done, George. And there is Tiamat Marchuk, famous F1 YouTuber to the stars. I love you, Benji. I love you. Now we're looking at a field. Yes. Fantastic. Can we go to the podium, please? Yes, there we are. There's the podium. There's George Russell, and there's the Hookster. There he is. Look at him. Still sprightly. Second place for the Hookster. First place for George of the Russell. And that's time for the champagne to go over, everyone. Yeah. Da da la 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 la. Yeah. Wowzers. Wowzers me trousers. Okay, let's go to that important replay and see exactly what happened here between Max Verstappen. So here he is coming in for his pit stop. Now he had to stack behind us. Wowzers, he had to stack behind us, but he really didn't get held up that much, probably about 2 seconds. But of course, with everyone else coming as well, that gap wouldn't have been that huge. So he comes out and rejoins in 15th position at the moment. So that's the reason why I think he lost quite a bit of time there during that race, because he had to rack and stack with us. Anyway, so 4th place for Maxi Boy, 2nd place for us. So look at the standings now. And it's 43 points now ahead of Max Verstappen for the Hookster. 127 points. Lewis Hamilton in 3rd, Sergio Perez in 4th. George Russell currently in 5th position. So that win was very unexpected because his form hasn't been that good. And we are still first in the Constructors. So there you go. Another exciting episode of the All Seasons has been completed. Wowzers. I need to lie down after that. I've got an ice cream headache. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. You have been awesome, as always. And yes, of course, unlike Hollywood, there will, of course, be more later.